What's up, everybody? We're back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about 5 characters who need a level 4 ability and what I would do to that level 4 ability to make that person better at what they're supposed to be doing. So, first person we're going to be taking a look at is my favorite point guard. We're going to look at White. Now, the level 4 ability I would give White is obviously the flash pass, right? If we can find it here we go. So, White's flash pass directly passed the ball back to a teammate without catching it. Let's look at the preview. It's beautiful. You gotta love Tetsu, man. So what I would do to this ability right here, I would increase the accuracy the person receives by an additional 3% to add it up to a total of 5%, because that 2% accuracy is weird considering the type of character that he is. Passing speed is already good, in my opinion. The increase in passing speed is fine. He doesn't need more of that. It's fast enough already. And he'd probably be broken if the ball was a little bit faster too. And the second thing that I would add on, I would increase the alley-oop distance by an additional meter. So he would be the person inside the game who could throw up alleys the furthest from their person inside the paint being from the rim. This would make White a very consistent player, especially with him spamming flash passes, because that's how you're supposed to be using them. You're supposed to be using a lot of flash passes. Him being able to get people alleys from even further away from the rim would help him get more assists, and it will also help your team score more points. All right, so next person we're going to be looking at, we're going to go to Kiang. He's a very underwhelming small forward. If you compare him to someone like Camille, you compare him to someone like Greta. Natalie is also a slasher, and she just poops on Kiang in every category. So let's go to Kiang. What I would do for Kiang, I would give him a level 4 Euro step. Now, he gets an extra 8% disturbance resistance, and he also gets an extra 8% success rate to the layup. But in my opinion, I feel like he still misses these Euro steps way too often for it to be this kind of ability, his bread and butter. So what I would do for his level 4, I would increase the disturbance resistance by an additional 7%, and I would increase the success rate by an additional 8% as well, as for a total of 15% on both. So this would make Kiang a whole lot more consistent if he's actually able to trick the person inside of the paint anyway. Alright, so next character. Everybody saw this guy right here coming. We're going to look at Friedman, man. Friedman, I've been using him a lot more recently because people have been wanting me to do a breakdown video on him. But it seems like no matter what I do, he just misses way too many shots. So I'm starting to think about focusing on just one stat instead of trying to keep his theme of being an all-around player. So what I would do for Friedman, I would give him the obvious level 4 tricky post-up. So tricky post-up, extremely inconsistent in comparison to Katiusha. It's not as good as it should be, right? So I feel it's not called tricky post-up because you're tricking your opponent. It's called tricky post-up because they tricked you into thinking this is actually even worth using. So what I would do to this ability, I would give him an additional 10% accuracy for a total of 15%. And I would also give him an additional 2% block resistance for a total of 5%. So that'll be 15% extra accuracy and 5% more block resistance. This is going to make Friedman a whole lot more consistent at what he's supposed to be doing, because I'm tired of doing wide open tricky post-ups and still missing for no reason. It makes 0 sense. So Raccoon Digi, you hearing this? Probably not. I don't care. Man, make this man worth using. There shouldn't be a character in the game that's hardly worth using. Next person we're going to look at Big O. Another center that isn't really picked among other ones. You look at someone like Emma, you look at someone like Di, Victor, Amy. Everyone is picking them, but it's very rare you see someone pick Big O because he's so underwhelming. Now, the reason why people barely pick Big O is because he's a center that is basically a point guard. He's really good at passing the ball. So what I would do for Big O, I would give his dunking pass a boost. So as it is right now, 10% less chance to get intercepted and 5% extra accuracy to the person he passes the ball to. Now, what I would do as a level 4 ability, I would decrease the probability of it being stolen by an additional 10% for a total of 20%. And I would increase the accuracy that the person receives that he passes to. I would increase that by 5% for a total of 10%. So that's 20% extra chance of not being intercepted, and that's a total of 10% extra accuracy to the person he passes the ball to. This is going to make him a whole lot better at what he's supposed to be doing. I don't really see Big O's passing the ball like they're supposed to anyway, but maybe something like this would actually make them get their head screwed on straight and actually start using him the way he's supposed to be used. Our final character, another very underwhelming center that you hardly see. I'm gonna pick Howie, man. So what I would do for Howie, he is an excellent dunker. He is an excellent close shot person. He's also excellent with his layups. But the dunking aspect of him just seems very underwhelming. And y'all are probably thinking I'm gonna say Thunder Dunk, but no. What I would boost is Enhanced Dunk, right? So decrease the probability of being blocked due to physical contact by 5% when dunking. At level 2, decrease the probability of being blocked by 10% when facing someone with less or equal strength. And same thing for level 3. Now, what I would add on to this, I would decrease physical contact by an additional 10% for a total of 15%, right? So this is going to be making it harder for him to get blocked by people with a high block stat and a low power stat. And that's something that you want on someone that's dunking the ball. You want them to be able to dunk on people. And this guy right here, it seems like he fails way too often to get the dunk off. And the second thing I would do, I would increase the success rate of his dunk by 5%. Why am I doing that? That's because Thunder Dunk, it decreases the chance of your dunk actually going in. This barely procs anyway, but it decreases the chance of your dunks going in. So Enhanced Dunk being boosted will also give a slight boost to Thunder Dunk. But yeah, man, those are the 5 people that I feel actually need a level 4 ability, especially when you got people like Fire King out here ruling the court. You got people like Greta out here eating. You got people like, you got people like Ben. People are actually picking him. That's because those people, they have level 4 abilities that are actually worth using. And even before then, people were still picking those characters because they were just so good without those level 4 abilities. You got people like Camille. You got people like Susan. Now, if the next person to get a level 4 ability is Susan, I'm going to lose it. Because she is already so good at what she does. They need to look at the underdogs. They need to look at their characters, look at their pick rates, because they have access to this kind of stuff. They need to check out their pick rates, see who's getting picked the least, and see why. To really examine those characters and figure out like why aren't people picking these people. Maybe we should give them a level 4 ability so people will actually start picking them. Right? So, man, that's it for this video. I hope they give one of these 5 people a level 4 ability in the next update. I don't even care if it's exactly what I said or, the exact ability that I picked either. I just really hope the underdogs actually get some love, because giving abilities to these people that are already getting picked the most makes little sense to me. Like, basically no sense to me, actually. So, that's it, man. I'll catch y'all in the next video.